Hello everyone, my name is Avi, and welcome back to World of mid-tier Swedish tanks. This is the STR V-74 tier 6 Swedish medium tank, and the main part about this medium tank is it's 15 degrees of gun depression, which Nuclear Waffle, who is playing it right now, will never ever use in this game. Now, if it was on Sand River, for example, he would have been able to use that 15 degrees of gun depression, but here on Lakeville, without any heavy tanks on the enemy team, there's literally no reason, or place even, to use that amazing gun depression. Now this moment is basically the best part to show a replay of the STR V-74 and any other Swedish tank of the light, medium, heavy tank line, because it's top of the tree Kranvan, and that will continue until the end of this month. That's how top of the trees work. 28 days to grind out, well 27 from today onwards, to grind out from tier 1 to tier 10, or whatever place on the tech tree you are. Personally, I am still at tier 2. I've only played the tank destroyers and I'm at tier 6, the IKV-65-2. Or II, if you are a fan of that way of pronunciation, like STI. Tiger II. But with it now being top of the tree Kranvan, I am actually thinking of going from the longest grind, which you saw on Tuesday, to possibly the shortest grind this month. In a month from tier 2 to tier 10. So that might be very interesting. I will be able to record 6 the news episodes. Is it 6? From tier 2 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Yes, 6 the news episodes in a month. Now, I'm not sure if I will make it. My plan is to make it at least to tier 9. Have the tier 9 bought before the end of the month. If I can get the Crown Van before the 28th of February, that would be amazing. The problem is, Conan Exiles came out 2 days ago. And I am going to be playing Conan Exiles a lot. So that might jeopardize the whole mission I have for the Crown Van. So who knows? Who knows what I will do? Also, I'm going to need a lot of credits, because I'm going to be buying a lot of tanks. I'm going to be selling a lot of tanks. The problem is, I'm going to be selling them at a discount. The thing is, I'm going to be buying them with a discount. So it's kind of a balance of how many credits do I actually need. Because I'm planning on keeping the tier 8 for possibly backup clan wars. I'm going to get the tier 9, sell the tier 9. I'm probably going to sell the tier 6 as well. I'm not going to keep the STR V-74, but I'm going to be keeping the tier 8, which is going to cost me about 1.5 million credits or 2 million credits. I think it's 1.5 million credits. So I've got about 9 at the moment. I think I can do it, but the thing is, I cannot buy the mouse if I'm going to do this grind, and I want to kind of know what the sale is on the Germans that will come somewhere this weekend, I believe. Yes, the 4th until the 6th of February, the Nation Spotlight of Germany. Basically, there's going to be discounts and bonuses for German vehicles. Wargaming has announced it, but I kind of want to know what these discounts and bonuses are. I'm pretty sure there's a mission where you have to play German tanks and get this many kills or this many experience to get, I don't know, personal reserves or something. But I want to know the discounts. Is it going to be tier 10? Is it going to be tier 8 to tier 10? Is it going to be tier 5 to tier 7? I don't know. So if the tier 10 is on sale, I will probably buy the mouse, which will be 5.1 million credits, will leave me with 4 million credits for the top of the tree Crown Van. So that means I'm probably going to grind credits at some point this month, if I'm not too busy abducting people in Conan Exiles. And there's another thing. The Germans are going to get a new tier 10, the Panzerkampfwagen 7 Superlohe, or VK7201 as I'm probably going to be calling it. And that will come out in patch 9.17.1. The interesting thing is, today, on the 2nd of February, if I am correct, the common test server 9.17.1 should be open. Now, at the moment of release, probably not later on today, but Wargaming is still Wargaming and they could delay it until tomorrow, or maybe next week. So maybe while you are watching this video, I could be on the test server playing with the VK, the Moschen, the VK101, possibly the T95. I'll be playing with the Type 5 Heavy because that got a massive buff. I want to see how bad the nerf is to the E5, how bad the nerf is to the grill. A lot of things that will happen on the test server. I will probably make a video of it somewhere in the near future. But it's probably going to be slightly different than all the other YouTubers. You know how I like to do my YouTubing thing. I mean, the last patch with the Swedish tanks, a lot of YouTubers, first day release, talk about the stats of the tanks, show some gameplay. Nah, I wanted to do something musical with the tanks. It's just, I don't know, I want to do something different. I'm not sure if it will get me views or subs. I don't really care. I do what I like. That's the thing about YouTubing, isn't it? You make videos that you like and hope that other people like them as well. Or you're all bots and someone just has a massive bot program and subbed with 1350 people or something, I don't know. You know, if the buff to the T95 with a new top speed of 20 kilometers an hour is that good, I might actually go and play that line as well towards the E3, because I've been trying to ignore that like fire since I've seen that line existed. Now the E3 is a good tank, but the T95 is the opposite. It makes you want to kill yourself. Also, Waffle had quite a good game. It's a Pools medal, yeah. And this is Ruben the Cool, Ruby, I don't know, playing the IKV-65II. Tier 6 Swedish tank destroyer, the Shed with the little crown. And I've noticed something about the Swedish tanks around mid-tier. Their DPM is a bit low, unless you're using the Leo, the tier 7 medium tank, with the smaller gun, the 85. The DPM is low on every single one of the Swedish tanks. Its rate of fire is slow, it feels longer than it actually should be. Now yeah, you have 240 alpha with this particular tank destroyer, but the reload about 7 seconds or something? It seems so slow. Then you have the tier 7 IKV-90B, also has a 19mm, also has 240 alpha at tier 7, which is abysmal. And even that rate of fire is so bad. Now yeah, it has 10 degrees of gun depression, and it is a rather low profile tank. Count rating is pretty good, but there's not a lot of damage you will do, because you have 240 alpha. You will see tier 9s have fun penning the front of a VK4502B, let alone in the next patch the Motion. With 2300 DPM and 210mm of penetration, the IKV-90B is by far the worst tier 7 tank destroyer. Yeah, you might say, what about the E25? E25 has less penetration. Yeah, but that has overpowered DPM and incredibly good camo rating. And not to forget, high mobility. Now the top speed of the IKV-90B is 65 kilometers an hour. It's certainly not slow. It doesn't turn very fast though. I have to mention that DPM is with rammer and vents, which you probably won't use. Rammer yes, vents no. I'd say use a camo net and binoculars on your Swedish tank destroyers. And the full camo crew, of course. Camo crew is mucho importante. But you go from having a tier 6 highly mobile shed, yes, it's a highly mobile shed, to what can only be described as a cheese wedge at tier 7 with yes, more DPM, slightly higher penetration, less mobility in my opinion. Like according to the stats, it should have roughly the same mobility. It just doesn't feel like it. Actually, I thought the IKV-90B had the worst DPM. It is actually the AMX AC-46 tier 7 French tank destroyer. I think it's called like the ugly bulldog or something, the bulldog, because bulldogs are not pretty dogs. They're cute, but not pretty. M56 Scorpion has less DPM. D25/2. Oh my god, I forgot about that tank. Jesus, that's not a tank you ever want to play. That's a terrible tank destroyer. Fun fact about the T25/2. Once I had finished my grind past the M18 Hellcat, I looked at the T25/2 and decided, you know what, I'm gonna wait with buying that tank. Then about 3 months later I finally bought it, looked at the stats some more, and immediately sold it. I just basically wasted a lot of credits buying a tank, looking at the stats, and then removing it again. Since then I've never touched that line again, and I probably won't, because I've got no need to get the E4, T30, it's a heavy tank. T28 prototype will get a speed buff, still not importante. But I will maybe have a look at the other line with the T2580, T28, T95, and then eventually the T110E3. And Ruben here has been playing this game quite aggressively. With this tank's 10 degrees of gun depression, that area where he went, basically where all of the tanks always go to fight, perfect! He had a lot of gun depression, he could shoot all the tanks making stupid mistakes, and now he's fighting this Hellcat. Now I thought he did use auto-aim here, which is weird because it didn't actually aim at the tank, but it did auto-aim. I guess auto-aim plus or something? He missed, because this tank is still a tank destroyer, it doesn't have a turret, so he went beyond the maximum gun traverse, but it's okay because the German Skoda T25 kills him. Now let's go back to the 9.17.1 patch. Not only are the American tank destroyers getting a buff, a speed buff, the Germans are getting new tanks, HD tanks. The E50 and E50M will become high definition. The Panther II will look like the Panther. New tanks will be added to the Germans. The Japanese are also getting a change. The Type 4 and Type 5 Heavy. I know the Type 5 is getting an armor buff. Not quite sure about the Type 4. But they will be getting a different kind of gun. A very, very big, high explosive derp gun with, I think, somewhere between 1200 and 14 or 1600 alpha. Not quite sure about that. That has to be seen on the test server. So the people that played the Type 4 and Type 5 Heavy and thought they were underwhelming, instead of Simon loves his Type 5 Heavy. Good news, armor buff and a different gun. Now the old gun, the 600 alpha gun, will stay, but you also have a choice of getting a big, fat, massive, basically SPG gun on your heavily armored Type 5 Heavy. Now here's something I will love on the 9.17.1 test server and hopefully patch. A couple of patches ago, Wargaming added their own damage panel that shows damage done, damage blocked, damage spotted, all that good stuff. But what was missing in my opinion was the damage received log. Now Wargaming added their own one, showing it on screen if you get hit by the arrows. And that was good. The problem was it didn't stay on your screen for long, so you wouldn't really know what just shot you because you had to remember everything. Now, for example, the Panzer 1C shooting you from a distance, something else shooting you from a distance, 3 or 4 tanks shooting you. That's information overload. So Wargaming is adding an actual log of damage received. Interestingly enough, it will also show what type of shell the enemy fired. If it's a premium round, it will show in gold. If it's a normal round, it will show in grey. That is fairly interesting because I thought Wargaming didn't really want you to know that. But that, I guess, will change as well. And to be honest, I don't know what it's really going to change if you now know if someone is spamming APCR or heated you, because they can. Wargaming did remove the all chat function from random battles, so people will probably complain to you after the game some more, but at least the spam in-game is, oh my god, you're shooting noob, gold, noob, you learned how to play, go play Barbie, That's gone, that's long gone. I mean, they will just contact you after game and complain and cry there. What you have to do is just respond with either a love heart or new phone, who dis? And a change that will be most loved by a bit lower clans that play Strongholds. A new skirmish system for Strongholds. Now, it looks like you cannot be attacked at 3 AM anymore. Right now, it is, if you have a Stronghold building, this is, if you don't play Strongholds, small explanation, if you are in a clan, you play Stronghold skirmishes. Basically, team play that is not that competitive. You will earn resources or boxes with which you can upgrade buildings. Those buildings can give you bonuses. The higher the tier of those buildings, the higher the bonus. So a credit bonus at tier 10 is 50% extra credits for 2 hours for the whole clan. The problem is, if you went above tier 5 on your command center, the main building from which out you would expand and build other buildings, you can get attacked by other clans that will try and take away the resources or boxes that you gained from playing skirmishes. Now you can choose your own defense time. The time at if you get attacked, that is the time the match will start. You can choose 9 PM, which will mean that you will get attacked by every single clan that can, or 3 AM, which would be safer because not everyone wants to wake up at 3 AM to actually play World of Tanks. Now you can go all the way up to tier 10, so all the good clans like Omni, V-TER, Pidgeot, G100 Fame have every single building at tier 10, all the best bonuses they can get. But attacking another clan and taking their boxes is a far better way of earning them than by playing skirmishes. You get about 500 boxes for a tier 10 skirmish if you win, but if you attack a clan, you get somewhere between 12,000 and 18,000 boxes in about half an hour, depending how good your team is versus the enemy. Fame would attack 2 or 3 clans and make, I'd say, about 25,000 boxes in about 2 hours. Now that is a massive, that is just the best way to gain boxes, but that will change. It doesn't look like you have to actually defend anymore if you don't want to. I'm not quite sure about that, but I think that's how it will work. Anyway, IKV65 II.